Here we go. We're on to lesson 4 now. We're going to go lengths at the grocery store. Okay? Again, these are story problems. Don't freak out because they've got those drawings off to the side of triangles, rectangles, and quadrilaterals, things like that. Don't worry about it. You don't need your ruler. We're just going to do some story problems. The shapes that are off there to the side have numbers on there that we might have to add, we might have to subtract to solve the problem. That information is over there to give us what we need to solve the problem. So let's go ahead and let's start there with number 1 because we're going to add together or subtract the problems, okay? So let's go ahead and let's take a look at number 1. Kylie, can you read it for us, please? Okay, so there's a wet spot on the floor because somebody spilled and he's made this shape. What's the shape? Triangle. So how many numbers do we have in a triangle? 3. And what does it want to know? It says, how long is the tape? Well, the tape is the perimeter of that spill area, right? So we need to add those 3 numbers together to figure that out. So in the space that's there, like right below where it says how, let's go ahead and let's add those 3 numbers together. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you adding all 3 numbers together first. So the 3 numbers that are there are 37 plus 24 plus 48. Okay? You guys go for it. Add those 3 numbers together, see what you come up with. Is that what you came up with? 109? Good, you should. 7 plus 4 equals 11, plus 8 is 19. So 9 goes here, carry the 1, 4, 6, 10. 109. Okay, now that's one way you can do it. You can add all 3 numbers together. The second way that you can do it, I'm going to put a line here so you see that this is a different way, is you can add the first 2 numbers together. 7 plus 4 equals 11. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 2 is 6, and then I can take 61 plus 48. 1 plus 8 is 9. 6 plus 4 is 10. Are those 2 the same? Yeah. So either way will work. You can add all 3 numbers together at the same time, or you can add the first 2 and add on the next one. On a problem such as this, either way, my answer is 109. Now if you do this, don't forget, this is not your final answer. This is. So over here, where we have the rectangle, we're going to write down 109. And what's our label? Please don't say tape, please don't say tape, please don't say tape. Thank you for saying inches. Because that is our label. 109 inches. Okay? All right, let's go to number 2. Same thing. All right, number 2 says... Derek, read number 2 for us, please. Okay, so she's putting gold trim around the table. So again, gold trim around the table. So if this is our table, here's the trim going all the way around. So we're measuring perimeter again, which means we're going to add together the numbers around it. And the shape of the table is a rectangle. So they've given us 4 numbers. So again, if we add the 4 numbers together, we can go 36 plus 27 plus 36 plus 27. Since it's a rectangle, we know 2 of the sides are going to be the same size, and the other 2 are going to be the same length. Okay? So we can add it together like this. Okay? So I can go 6 plus 7 is 13, 6 plus 7 is 13. 3 plus 3 is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I'm going to have to carry the 2 because it's 26. 2, 4, 6, 9, 12. 126. Now, notice what I did on this side. I counted my 2's first because I can skip count. 2, 4, 6. And now I know that's 6, And then 3 plus 3 is 6, so 6 plus 6 equals 12. Now, again, I can do this differently. I can go and add 2 of the sides together, add the other 2 sides together, and see what I get. 6 plus 6 is 12. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And then I can add that together. 72 plus 54. 2 plus 4 is 6. 7 plus 5 is 12. And if those two numbers are the same, that means either of these methods will work. So if this is a bit much for your brain to handle, sometimes this gets to be a bit much for my brain to handle, then go ahead and do 2 separate problems, and then take those 2 answers, add them together to come up with your final answer. You're still adding all 4 numbers together, just doing it in a different way. Regardless of how you did it, our answer is, you got it, 126. And 126 what? Inches again. I-N-C-H-E-S. Okay. All right, you got it? So number 3 is going to be the same kind of a problem. You're going to go ahead and read through it and see what you do. Now, on the back side, same thing. Now you're just dealing with playground lengths. Instead of showing you the shape, they're going to tell you the dimensions, okay? And then you're going to add together. If you want to add them separately, put them together. If you want to add all of them together like this, however is going to work best for you. But again, show your work, just like I did, in some way. Okay? Then, on page 385, you're going to do the same thing. Distance around shapes at home. Again, don't measure the things at home. They're giving you the shapes of things, telling you how long they are. And then on the back side, different distance around shapes at school. Don't worry about coming to school. They're telling you the distance. You're going to just decide how you want to add them together. Okay? So we're adding sometimes 3 2-digit numbers together, sometimes 4 2-digit numbers together. You decide which method is going to work best for you to add them together, okay? Take your time, add carefully, so that you're sure you get the correct answer. And if you want to do it both ways, like I did, and then check your answer to see that you got the right thing, go for it. That might not be a bad idea either, okay? All right. Good luck with more story problems! Yeah! And I'll catch you later.